NFC East, Eagles and Cowboys pretty much neck and neck. Both season win totals stand at 10.5. Seems optimistic, kind of. The first thing that hits me is that's overly optimistic, and then I consider it a little bit better. The Giants, sorry, Eddie Spaghetti, I think concedes that they're probably falling back a little bit. I don't know what to make about the Commies. Their win total is at 6.5. So you have to kind of regard who else is in the division when you look at these win totals. If you're the Eagles or Cowboys, I mean, the worst you should be is 3-1 against the bottom feeders of that division. And then that's getting you a fair amount of the way. If you split with the other contender for the division, you're getting fairly close to double-digit wins. How say you?
Yeah, I mean, I think I probably lean Cowboys to win the division. I'm not high on the Eagles, which I know people have labeled me a Philly or a Eagles hater, and maybe I am. But look, I took the under on them last year, and it cashed. Why? Because they went 1-6, check, at the end of the season. And yes, they've got Saquon Barkley, who I do believe is a plus, but you've got new coordinators. I'm a big fan of Vic Fangio, but as we've seen, it takes a while sometimes for new coordinators to get in there and make a difference. No Jason Kelsey, I think, is probably a huge loss, maybe slightly underestimated, and they've got a tough schedule. 11 of their 17 games are against teams with a winning record last season. So I expect the Eagles not to bounce back. They're not just going to come back and be in Super Bowl ready form. So I like them under their win total. Cowboys, I kind of like to win the division at plus 130. They're great in the regular season, and they just can't do anything in the playoffs. I believe they've gone over their win total in each of the last 3 seasons. The Commanders, obviously, Jaden Daniels, good pickup for them. They've had some pretty good signings in free agency, but I think they're a year away.
That 6.5 is for bum teams is a weird number because you really have to stink to go 6-11. I mean, again, that 17th game is a major thing.
The Giants, I have no faith in. Absolutely zero faith in. I like Neighbors, and they have not had a true wide receiver one since, what, OBJ?
I like that pick a lot better than Spaghetti did, that's for sure. I thought that was a good pick if he projects to be, as he's been described, as Jamar Chase, but faster.
But you still have Daniel Jones. I don't have any faith in Daniel Jones. He had one fluke good season. In fact, the Giants had one good fluke season. They're well coached. I like Dable a lot, but 6.5. I just don't believe.
I'm with you on this. Like, until I see otherwise, Sirianni is still the coach. And it really feels like, as Daniel Jeremiah described him, he's there to be the vibes guy. And when the vibes are bad, then what is that telling you about the situation? Yeah. And the coordinators left a year ago, and they didn't right the ship in 23 as a result. Now you have Kellen Moore in there. I don't know. Like, let's see something before I buy back in to the Philadelphia Eagles.